Hello everyone, I'm LordMidas and welcome back to the Empire of Carpathia. In the last episode we won a lot of holy wars over here against the de jure region of Poland, and we got all of the de jure region of Poland under our control now. And we are now pretty much just 3 more counties away from our Slavic Union achievement. We need 1 over here and then 2 from France over here, and then that should be pretty much it. So we got pretty much all of the kingdoms that we need to make the Slavic Union. And towards the end of the last episode, we were trying to do a mass execution of our prisoners, but we saw that there's a child in there, and that's why some of my vassals do not like me to execute that child. So thank you very much to Petter, one of our subscribers, who pointed out in the comments from the last episode that we can actually go ahead and tick this box, and that will exclude her from the mass execution. And I think I'm also going to go ahead and execute my concubines who have been, let's say, unfaithful towards me. She's so insignificant, no one will care, because we don't approve of unfaithfulness like that. And I think Lima is also the other one that we can execute. Now this will be viewed as tyrannical. Alright, so we're going to also exclude her from the mass execution. And let me just quickly check if this child being executed is actually a problem. No, it isn't. So the child is actually not the problem. It's my other concubine that people don't want me to execute. So we're going to keep the child in the execution list then, because Tsar Rodislav is cruel like that. So we're going to play him in that way. And we're going to go ahead with this mass execution now. This will not worsen your vassal's opinion of you and will upset the realms of some of the characters executed. Of course, so we're going to execute 27 characters. Okay, like that. And beheaded, bowels torn out, stoned to death, venomous bites in the snake pit. Beheaded, yeah. Boiled to death. Really, gored to death by a boar. It's really interesting ways to do things. Burn alive, hanged. Basically all kinds of executions. If you know, there was also sawed in half. So. Mauled to death by a bear. Slowly flayed to death. We can't get away without that, can we? Gored to death by a boar. Alright, that was an interesting start to this episode then. So towards the end we were moving towards Venezia here. We were moving our retinues down here to finish our warrior lodge mission. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to put them here, and also going to bring my ships from the vassal here. Not the fleet ladies. Dismiss that. I have seen a High Chief Domavuj of Kuyavia during a couple of gatherings with the champions of Perun, and I cannot help but notice how the young man appears needlessly jumpy. Flinching at jokes, turning down sparring matches. He needs guidance, I find myself muttering. As a warrior, he needs me. So we give him a little bit of a guidance, because we are also a member of the warrior lodge, and he's a fledgling, we're a warrior, so definitely we can guide our juniors a little bit. We gain 50 renown. And what I've also noticed between this episode and the last one, which I forgot to do here, is that the King of Poland is still a child, and we should go ahead and educate him in the Russian culture, because he's Polish right now. But eventually we want all of this to be a Russian, or let's say a Slavic realm. So let's convert this to East Slavic. This is currently West Slavic, but we're going to convert it to East Slavic because we are East Slavic like that, because we are Russian. Alright, so let's ask him to be assigned a guardian. Search for somebody who is diligent. Svetozar, Bishop of Fichhausen, I think he will do nicely. I don't want somebody who's depressed or ambitious or paranoid. Well, he is also paranoid. He's also a drunkard. Erudite. Would have liked to have somebody who is diligent and gregarious, because that increases the chance to convert the culture, I think. So we're gonna go ahead with this diligent guy, Svetozar, Bishop. And he will accept, so that's good. And put this, they're already on looting, so that's good. It has been accepted, and I will try to change his focus to heritage. Do I have to be personally the guardian in order to do that? Maybe. I will see. Well, High Chief Domavuj has refused my offer, muttering something about not being a charity project. If adequacy is enough for the man, who am I to intervene? That ungrateful, I was going to bring my favorite fire striker. We become bitter rivals, for sure. We do not accept insults like that. We will make him our rival and duel him eventually. But first of all, let's check out this other guy, the son of Chief Svetozar, who we made our rival recently, and we wanted to get revenge on his family. Is he ready to duel us? He is. Challenge Chief Fedo to a duel to uphold your and your family's honor. Duels can be considered dangerous to your health. Definitely. Very dangerous to his health, I suppose. He's got just 3 personal combat skills. We're sitting at 67. And I'm just gonna check if I can change... Oh, he has refused your challenge, just like his father refused his challenge, our challenge before his death. Spineless, soft, fat pig. Pathetic. We will try again. In the meantime, we will try to duel this other guy then. Oh, we've got quite a few rivals going on here. Who is the weakest one? Fedor Rostislavovic. He's also a rival, and Chief Rostislav the Pious of Moziesk. Okay. I'm gonna start off with this bishop with the lowest personal combat skill. Duel him. And as Fedor is a priest, this challenge is widely frowned upon. You get uncivilized dueler, and for 5 years, Temple Vassal Opinion -10, Vassal Opinion -10. It will be known as Priest Hater. Okay, no, we're not gonna do that then. We are cruel, but we are not stupid like that. I mean, I'm trying to improve this guy's opinion. So he has refused it. So we're gonna go ahead with Rostislav the Pious. Duel him. And can we now change the focus to... We can't. I think I have to be the guardian myself. Or somebody in my court has to be the guardian in order to change it, I think. I'm gonna become the guardian myself first, change his focus. Chief Rostislav the Pious has chosen to accept your challenge to personal combat. The duel will take place the next few days. Let's fight. My grip is cramping around my masterful short sword as Chief Rostislav braces for another attack. The following moments are a blur. Blood suddenly everywhere, somebody shouting, "Did Tsar Rodislav just sever his head from his body? Your death was the only logical outcome, brother." He dies. We get 100 prestige and duel victory, and our duel experience increases. And look at that. Slain by Tsar Rodislav in personal combat, and we're sitting at 70 personal combat skill now. Very nice. I'm going to start moving these ships over here. Alright, he has accepted the guardianship contract, and now I think I can change the childhood focus to heritage. Let's do that. It has been changed, and now I can assign somebody who is diligent. This guy, he will not accept. Why doesn't he accept? Suddenly the opinion went down a little bit, maybe. So I kind of sent him a small gift. Yes, and then I think that should be it. Alright, I'm going to put the diligent guy back in. Suli's law might become Russian. Very nice. That's exactly what we want. Okay, the ships are already here, but the army is still not. We have raised levies. Yes, the ships. Okay. King Zabragan of Bulgaria has declared King Zabragan of Bulgaria's war to revoke something. Okay. And here the capacity is going to be like 2200, so we have to split the troops. Make a new unit. like that. And put them in the ships. And go here, yes. Actually, I'm gonna make another unit as well. Because he might hire some mercenaries or something. If we are not careful. I go here as well. Young Trifon has finished his education in diplomacy. It turned out less well than expected. Okay, who is he? He's the son of Chiefess Uliana of Pex, and he's staying at our court. And he hates us quite a bit. Merciless, vicious rumors, is ruthless. Alright, please leave my court. I'm gonna lead this army myself. Why are we sieging something here? What exactly are we sieging? Is that the trade post? Oh, okay. Then I'm fine with that. Let's see how much we get it. How much gold do we get from it? We got nothing. While looting the holding, one of your men came upon a strange-looking key made of an unknown metal. Alright, that was Venezia, probably. Looters have destroyed the trade post in Istria. Yeah, I did not get any loot from that. As you examine it, the metal reminds you of that mysterious chest you recovered earlier. Perhaps there's a connection. Let us see if the key will fit. The key fits the lock, and trembling with anticipation, you slowly open the chest. Disappointingly, it contains only a few parched scrolls that crumble into dust at your touch. Whatever wisdom they held has been lost, forever lost to the world. It's my luck. Okay. But at least now we know that we don't have to carry that strange chest around. Our High Chief Nikita of Gali has provided me with proof that Patriarch Rodislav has been viciously slandering me. Has he been doing that? Sure. Expose and denounce him publicly, giving me reason to arrest him, because I am going to imprison him and banish him. Oh wow, it's again considered as tyrannical. Okay, then we will just simply ransom him. Make somebody else the court chaplain. It's going to be Svetozar, Bishop of Fichhausen, who is also trying to convert the King of Poland to a proper Russian culture. And he's complaining about his dark cell. Alright. Let him rot, because he's gonna pay his ransom pretty soon, like that. And the rumors were true. The hold of Venezia was filled with treasure. Since I was the leader of the assault, I'll take the best share of the loot for myself, but I will not forget to share part of this bountiful prize with my brothers and sisters of the Champions of Perun for informing me of the existence of this treasure. Time to return home. We get 100 gold from looting that province. Very nice. And we still get 34 gold also by losing it, because apparently there's no land connection to Venezia, but still we are getting the gold by looting it, because somehow it's pretty close. Alright, then I'm going to continue to loot all of it, all the way through. And we have an Orthodox uprising. Wow, that's the first one. We've never had an Orthodox uprising before. Just about 3,000. So as soon as we're done looting this completely, we'll go back. Alright, let's make a new unit. Actually, I could have just split it in half. Yeah, that won't work. So these ones can join here. I'm gonna try to accelerate these sieges a little bit. I could hear someone sneaking around inside and believed it to be a burglar. When I went downstairs, I discovered Yevpraxia opening one of my letters. I'll teach her to be less nosy, because I'm not kind, you know, like my father and grandfather. We are now cruel. We don't approve of such behavior. Yevpraxia didn't react well to my way of correcting her behavior. I fear she is even more suspicious towards me now. Worrying. Alright, can we go ahead and duel our next rival? Can we ask him for a duel again? How much time do we need? Not involved in a war, so we can't. Okay, we have to finish this uprising first. Let's move this over here and send it also to loot. Oh, perfect. Rumor has it that your vassal Sulislaw has been influenced by his guardian's splendor. It is said that Sulislaw is not considered properly Russian. I believe it is a very beneficial influence. That's exactly what we wanted. And move this. Why can't we? Because they have apparently recruited some more people. So this troop can then move in there. And Belgradian Peasant Revolt, okay. Also pretty much close by, so we will take care of them as well. Chief Fedot is nothing but a coward. His unacceptable behavior needs to be exposed and condemned if he is ever to improve. By denouncing him, I would only do him a favor. He's a most disgraceful chief. And just as expected, he is furious. The rumors I spread about him have really gone under his skin. After all, how could he deny any of them in good faith? Perfect. So we're gonna keep antagonizing him until we kill him. Alright, move this army also here. Apostate found. Chief Patriarch Svetozar bursts into your tent, flanked by several Druziniki, dragging Grand Prince Corvulus the Wicked with them in chains. My Tsar, this man has been openly proclaiming his allegiance to Lucifer's own. What shall be done with him? He's also under suspicious. He's also highly suspicious. Okay. And this is the Grand Prince of Milan over here. Burn the apostate. Throw him in the dungeons or brand him. Definitely burn the apostate. We like to see people killed as the Tsar Rodislav the Flare. He was burnt at the stake. As he's growing older, I can see that Milan could use some guidance in some more experienced areas. It will require hard work. So, could make him diligent. I will become stressed. I don't want that. I will get out of patience and make him patient. Okay. A Jewish exile fleeing persecution elsewhere in Europe has shown up at your court. His time spent abroad has gifted him with many connections, and by all accounts he's an able diplomat. He would make a fine chancellor. Indeed. We already have a pretty good chancellor, and look at that. Level 30 in chancellor. This is Slavibor, High Chief of Bohemia. He does have cancer, and he's also a lunatic. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and put him as the chancellor because this will greatly improve our threat decay, which is exactly what we need to go after France as fast as possible. Even though he's malcontent and hates us, we are still going to try it. And we can replace this steward who doesn't like us. He's also a Jew, I think. No, he is iconoclast. Oh, he looked like usually how the Jewish counselors look like, but he is Greek. That's why he looks like that. Okay. Then we're going to replace him with Ilya. Put him to build legend over here. Do we have a better marshal? We do indeed, but these people hate us, so they're not going to get appointed. Okay, we have a good council going on now. And I'm not going to combine these troops because I will want to move them out eventually. High Chiefess Agafia of Ryazan has formed an alliance with High Chief Sviatoslav the Lecher. And apparently this is our niece. Our half-brother died, who I made the High Chief of Ryazan over here. And who's that? Polan Eva has become a flamboyant schemer and hates us. Also the daughter of some chief here. Bastard daughter. So I'm going to ask her to leave my court. So this guy, High Chief Ilya Ryazan, he was my half-brother. He was the High Chief of Ryazan over here, who eventually I shall make the King of Chernigov. He died. Died of cancer. Pretty young age. 28 years old. And he died 2 years ago. Okay, he was also a lunatic. Yeah, he was born a lunatic, if I remember correctly, and he was depressed. So now, my niece, Agafia, is the High Chiefess of Ryazan. And I really do not want her to marry someone else in a normal marriage. I want her to get married matrilineally, so we're going to go ahead and arrange a betrothal for her right away. She's 8, and there's this guy, Fyodor, who's a bastard. I think I am going to go ahead and use this guy, and matrilineally marry her to him. Okay, that's good. At least we secured our dynasty over there. Alright. I think I am going to assault the next holding, just to make it faster. And now it says looted of 0. So we're not really getting anything out of this, are we? So we got loot from the first one, but not from the other holdings. I'm gonna assault the next one and just check if it actually works or not. Young Fyodor, our son, plays hard and talks straight. Chance of him becoming brave or he becomes honest. Let's focus on teaching him bravery. And he becomes brave. Excellent. Assault that, and it says looted of 0, so it doesn't really make any sense to spend time here. And get my troops out. Will all of them actually get in there? I don't think so. But we have 100% against this peasant revolt. Somebody already killed him. So let's execute him as well. And going against the will of the council will be viewed as tyranny. Alright, so our chancellor is malcontent. And all of these people are simply following him. How sad is that? We can't execute somebody because we appointed a very nice chancellor. Okay, then I'm gonna get rid of him. I'm gonna appoint this High Chief of Sakala. Even though he's much worse than him, but at least this will allow me to execute people. And we have a lot of prisoners again. This will cause us to lose 40 piety. But this guy could be ransomed. I'm gonna ransom this guy instead of executing him. Okay, let's ransom as many people as we can and then execute the rest. Okay, will they be able to get in there? Well, some of them got in there. Okay. It's gonna take some time to go through the ships. Isn't it? It's gonna take some time. A fleet full of loot has returned from raiding. So our Rodislav the Flayer gains 220 gold and 220 prestige. What? The recent influx of looted treasure has encouraged buying and investment in Novgorod, which in turn has attracted more warriors who are hungry for gold. What? We were able to loot? I was not aware of that. I thought you need to have the Norse culture in order to do that. So apparently we don't need that. So we can actually loot Venezia just by putting our ship here. And that's why we were not getting any more loot out of that, because our ships were fully stocked with loot. Okay, that is interesting to know, because that means I can always come back here in Venezia and keep looting them for a lot of gold over and over again. And we get, yeah, again some gold because we're still looting it. I'm gonna split them up. And this and this are gonna get combined in here. Some more technology from Constantinople. Very nice. We have been following the Greek people for quite some time and got a lot of technology from them. Alright, come here. And what is this? The Sultan of Abyssinia. He's a Massalian Christian, Nestorian heresy, over here, and he wants to marry my niece. Yeah, we also have to find some nice matrilineal marriages for these nieces of mine. I was looking around, but I did not find anything very special for them just yet. So I'm gonna wait also a little bit for now and check it out in between this episode and the next one. Okay, let's go ahead and kill this revolt. Who's that now? Yaroslava spends all day playing in the dirt and never seems to care about her own looks. Not even during formal occasions when a proper decor would be expected from a girl of her stature. She's also she's the daughter of this chiefess here. Chiefess of Pax. Let's make her brave. I'm not gonna make her uncouth. We like to have women with proper, like he was saying, women-ish stuff going on, so not uncouth, but she did become uncouth. Grooming and personal care are not exactly priorities for this character. Okay. And I believe we had some ransoming to do. So it's going to take some time because all of these are from his court. High Chief Stanislav Vladimir has received the title Chieftain of Suzdal. Okay. And the Chancellor guy, I want to make him a Chancellor again eventually, so I'm going to put somebody else as the commander. Ilya. Alright, another mob of raving heretics. Orthodox heretics. But our retinues are going to go ahead and take care of them pretty fast. The Orthodox heresy has appeared in the county of Bryansk. I really want to check that out. Where is that? Over here. Horrible indeed. What is our moral authority sitting at? 80.5, which is not bad. Negative 30% from lost holy wars, thanks to our vassals, I would assume. Alright, I don't want to lead this army anymore because we don't want to die. We only lead armies when we are looting. Alright, really quite a big stack going on here. Okay. And then ransom further. And one more ransom, and then it should be mass execution again. This will not cause you to lose any piety. This will not worsen your vassal's opinion of you. We execute 11 characters in our dungeon. Excellent. That's what Tsar Rodislav likes to hear. Alright, let's... We had another prisoner to execute, right? This is Petar, yeah. Execute him. And we do have to take new concubines now because we executed one of them and the other one probably died. And I'm also gonna put these back on looting. Bavaria has some nice feudal areas to loot, but they've also got a huge army though. Event spawned troops because the Liberator. So I think it would actually make sense if I send them over here. Loot this county, give some reason for my vassal to go ahead and declare a holy war here. Is this a war for Sarkel? Don't tell me that this is this one. It isn't. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put my retinues here. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a break and ask for some concubines to be transferred over to me. Okay, so I've ordered some concubines. So they should be arriving pretty soon now. It's one of them, the second one, and the third one, and they're named Sichelgaita, Dobrava, and Branimira. And they should know what happened to the previous concubines who were unfaithful to us. So hopefully they will learn their lesson and not do that. And we can level up in society, become a veteran, which we definitely are. Do that. And it also reminds me we should go ahead and do some more duels. We're definitely going to ask Chief Fedot again for a duel, because we want to definitely take revenge on him at first priority, but the spineless gorging coward, Chief Fedot, has refused your challenge yet again. Pathetic. I'm going to try the other one. High Chief Domavuj of Kuyavia, who refused our guidance, if I remember correctly. Tribal Kinslayer as well. I'm gonna wait to become veteran first because that gives me extra combat skill, and then I will ask to duel him. And it is definitely our privilege to become a veteran. And what is that? King Vishara Vladimir has declared Vladimirian Kargopolian vassalization war on High Chief Yavlad the Trickster. Okay, he's vassalizing him. But how can he vassalize him? If it's a forced vassalization, then it can only happen if he is from the same religion group or the same culture, which he isn't. Or I don't know if it has to be the same. Oh, it is probably the same culture group. He is Mordvin Finno-Ugric, and this guy is Nenets Finno-Ugric. So that explains it. So they are from the same culture group, which is why he was able to go ahead and declare the war. Okay. He's Hungarian, so we couldn't do that here. And now since we are a veteran, we can go ahead and do our next duel with High Chief Domavuj of Kuyavia. Duel him. We are now sitting at 75, and he has chosen to accept your challenge to personal combat. The duel will take place in the next few days. Let's fight. High Chief Domavuj swings his flail clumsily. The fight has gone on forever, and my muscles are beginning to ache. With the remainder of my strength, I thrust my masterful short sword hard into his chest. The surprise is clear on his face as blood fills his mouth. I must have hit something important. Another victorious match, we gain prestige, and he dies. How many people have we killed so far? We have killed 78 people with this character so far in this playthrough, which is very nice. I would really like to rack up on that number with this character as much as possible because that's what he is. Chief Farad is obsessed with food. Such self-indulgence should not go unpunished. It is only right that I condemn his behavior publicly. We can lose prestige to antagonize him even further. He's the most disgraceful chief. I'm just going to say this. And I'm not going to say this because I don't want to lose prestige. Okay, perfect. He who laughs last laughs longest. Finally, that raging kinslayer High Chief Domavuj has left this fine earth. While everything will definitely be better without him, I have a lot of extra time on my hands now. I do think his skull would look fine on my mantelpiece. We could try to steal his head. Okay. I'm glad he's gone, but it sure will get boring without him, so we can try to make another rival. Our concubine. That's interesting. And life is too short for hate. It's about time I change my ways and I don't remain cruel anymore. No, I'm not gonna do that. And he's taking off my time and energy no more. You know what? These are the two options that I'm interested in. And you know what? Definitely his skull would look fine on my mantelpiece. So we could do that, but at the same time, this is something very special. So let's say that Tsar Rodislav the Flare, you know, he likes killing people a lot, and towards the as he's going older and older, he wants more and more people to kill, and he's just finding more and more reasons to kill people for no reason. Yeah? So he's gonna go ahead and make Branimira his rival and then duel her and kill her. That's his plan. So he's gonna do that now. She's our rival, so we're gonna duel her very soon and just find some reason to kill yet another person. That's what he's like. Or what's that? Suronja seems to be envious of everything and everyone. also a bastard child of... Oh, she's the bastard child of a concubine that we used to have previously, whose bowels were torn out. Alright. Let's teach her temperance, you know? She should not follow the ways of her mother. And our niece is ready for education. I'm gonna put her on stewardship. And as soon as this duel thing goes away, I'm gonna go ahead and duel my concubine and kill her. Patriarch Svetozar bursts into your tent, flanked by several Druzininki. Alright, then this time it is Voldar of Zaslav. And you know what? Burn the apostate. As always. No mercy in this character, ever. And our daughter is now ready for education, Yevpraxia. She's gonna become a nice diplomat. We have an Orthodox uprising. Second Orthodox uprising all the way down here, tell me. Right? I'm gonna invite my vassals to war so that they can go ahead and kill this. Because if it's not killed, I won't be able to go to duel my concubine. Alright, the son of my cousin, who we matrilineally married at some point, is ready for education. I'm gonna put him on duty. Young Milan has finished his education in the ways of faith and learning. It seems he has learned all the basic skill required. He's a dutiful cleric. Not very impressive, but very good, okay. So we will try to find also a nice match for him between this episode and the next one. We fill the ambition to groom and heir. Again, we forgot to introduce him to the realm, unfortunately. Okay. Matters of life and death. With age comes wisdom, they say, or at least it may change the questions we ask. You mutter to yourself. You have had trouble sleeping lately, more often than not, while the rest of your court is sound asleep. You find yourself staring at the ceiling. You are getting older, each day closer to leaving this place of existence. It is folly to fear such things, of course, yet you cannot keep these feelings at bay. You want more days with Justina, your family. You sit up straight in your bed. This is ridiculous. You are the ruler. You have people ready to serve your any whim. Perhaps your counselors have ideas. If nothing else, it might ease your trouble sleeping. Definitely some of the council. This guy is, of course, really into living and killing. So definitely it makes sense that he summons the council and finds ways to live longer, you know. We're gonna try to do that with him. But I think then we will continue with this in the next episode. This has gone over the limit quite a bit. So in the next one, hopefully we will duel our concubine, kill her, get rid of this revolt, and maybe we'll see if this matters of life and death will lead us anywhere. So thank you very much for joining me for this episode. If you liked it, please click thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for future content, and let me know in the comments about your feelings about this playthrough. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.